Hello, everyone. This is Moxie with Squibler, and I'm going to show you how to start your fiction project with Squibler. So this is your dashboard, and there are several ways that you can begin your project when you get here. You can create a draft. You can import a document if you already have work started, or we have templates if you'd like to use templates in various genres. When you go to create a draft, there's a pull down menu. You can generate a full length AI manuscript. You can also generate an AI outline, or you can begin with a blank draft. I'm going to click generate a full length manuscript. And then here you'll have a box that's going to prompt to ask you what your fiction book is going to be about. You can put a title. I'm just going to put title. And then you can put your prompt about what you'd like to write. It'll prompt you to write about 30 to 40 words. So you see here that I'm asking the AI to write a sci-fi novel about a young female protagonist named Lixia. She lives on a harsh ice planet and so forth. Once I've got my prompt the way I'd like it, all I have to do is click Generate Manuscript. Now the AI is going to take what my prompt is and start to generate my manuscript for me. You'll see that you can close the window or keep using Squibler. It's going to notify you when your manuscript is ready. I'm going to click OK, got it. I've already created this same prompt as a book here, so I'm going to go ahead and open this, although it's generating it again for me, so we can start to look at some of the features of the editor. So no matter which route you choose, a template, a full manuscript, an outline, or a blank draft, you are going to land in the Smart Writer here. You'll see that with my prompt, my book has already been set up for me, and I have 10 chapters. We'll take a look at that. There's also front matter, who the book is dedicated to, and then my chapters begin with each section. You'll see that the AI has generated my book for me. So when I want to go in and rename my chapters, I'll look at the title of my work where it says title here on the left. And when I hover over it, you'll see that the three dots appear. From here, I can rename my document. I can share it if I'd like to share the whole document with someone, and I can add folders and files. Folders are a good place to organize your work and collect your files in. You can create an infinite number of these folders as well, so your book can be organized in any way that you choose. Since this is AI generated, my book has already been set into folders and files for me, but I can change those if I'd like to. I can also rename all of my sections and add folders and files if I hover over any section. So you'll see here over chapter 1, I can hover and hit the three dots, and I can rename this section, share it from here, or delete it if I don't like it. So that is how you're going to rename your sections. I'm also going to show you how to add elements. If your book has some characters that you like, but you'd like to add more, you can click on the elements function here, and you'll see that it's going to take me to the elements page. I haven't created any elements at this point, so I'm going to try to do that now. What I'll do is click the plus mark next to the elements and then create an element. When I do that, I have several choices of elements. I can add a character. I can add an object if there is an important object in my book. I can add settings too, or I can do a custom function. I'm going to add a character. I'm going to add a character named Nicey, and I'll say that she's Lixia's best friend. She is 17 years old. Obviously, you would want to put a lot of description here. The more that you put, the better it is for the AI to understand what you're asking from that element. You can also add attributes, height, weight, hair color, astrological signs, anything you can imagine, you can add to the attributes here. You can generate an AI image from your description. You don't have to use this, but it is helpful because when you're looking at your elements, it's easier to see what they all look like, and you can differentiate them from one another. So here's what the AI has come up with for me. They all look pretty interesting. I'm going to select the one that I like best. I'll take this one at the top right here. And then I can save the image or discard it if I'd rather get it to come up with another image. Once I've selected the image I want, I'll just save my element, and it's going to start showing up here in my elements. If I click on my element, you'll see that I can delete or edit it. So if I'm not getting the output that I like from the AI, I can go back and add more attributes to my character. I'm going to go back to my book now, And so this is my first chapter, and we'll take a look at some of the functions of the Smart Writer. Now I'm working with the lightning bolt icon where it says Smart Writer. When I start, I can put my cursor wherever I would like to add text. And then I have two possibilities here. I can get it to auto-generate more text, or I can do a guided function. With the auto, all you have to do is put the cursor where you'd like to add text and then click Write. So now the AI is going to take a look at the writing that's already there and predict where the story should go next. You'll see that it's going to come up with two options for me. I can read through these and give it a thumbs up or thumbs down, which is really useful because you're training the AI about what you like or don't like. I can insert and it will go where my cursor was. Or if I like the text, but I want to put it somewhere else, I can copy it to add somewhere else in my book. I'm going to click insert and you'll see that my text shows up in blue. The reason it's blue is so that you can read what you had before and then read the new AI generated text and see if you like it. If you want to keep it, you just click again, double click, and it will turn black like the rest of your font. So the next thing we'll take a look at is the guided function. Again, you're going to put your cursor where you'd like to add text. Here, you're going to be guiding the AI. You're not just having it predict what's going to happen next. You're going to give it some ideas of what you'd like to happen. What you'll do is add a prompt. What would you like to happen here? And then this is where you can add your elements. So I haven't set up too many, but I would have my main character here, and I'd probably put the setting, any important objects. So I can select exactly what's going to go into that scene. From there, I can toggle the creativity level. Since I'm writing fiction, I'm going to want this up fairly high. And then I can set the tone. I can put if this is objective scene, a humorous scene, a serious scene, if it's sarcastic, optimistic, and so forth. Then once I've chosen my scene tone, I can also choose the narrative perspective. I can do first person, third person, omniscient, stream of consciousness, epistolary, multiple perspectives, interactive, observer, or camera's eye. So this is very useful for when you want to direct the AI. Next, we'll take a look at some of the other features. We'll take a look at visualize. I'm going to pick a section that looks like it might be kind of good for visualizing a scene because it's about the sun. And you'll have to highlight the section that you would like to have the AI visualize. You'll see that I have two options here. I can get an image or a video. When I click visualize, the AI is going to take a look at what's on that I've highlighted, and it'll come up with an image I can use in my book if I'd like to. So it's come up with this really nice scene here of my ice planet. So I could include this if I'd like to. I can insert it or give it a thumbs up or thumbs down. You can also create short videos if you'd like to, if your book is interactive or you just want to see how a scene plays out. Next is generate a scene. Here, this is very similar to the guided writer. You'll still describe what you would like to happen. You'll add your elements. But you have the added function here of dialogue balance. So if you want to include more dialogue, you can do that here. You can have scenes that are up to 100% or no dialogue at all. And then you'll still toggle your creativity level, your tone, and your narrative perspective. Next, we can do rewrite. So this is great for when you're ready to edit your book. You're going to highlight the section that you'd like to rewrite, and then there are lots of options for how you can ask the AI to rewrite that section. You can ask it to rephrase. You can ask it to make that section shorter. You can ask it to show and not tell, which is really important for fiction and for screenwriting. You can ask for a scene to have more inner conflict. Perhaps one of your characters is struggling with something, and you would like to increase the conflict there. You can do that. You can ask for a scene to be more intense. This is really helpful for thrillers or for scenes that have a lot of drama. Or you can ask for a custom rewrite. I'm going to click rephrase. And what's going to happen is the AI will take a look at this section that I've highlighted, and it's going to rewrite it for me in two different ways. From here, again, I can give it a thumbs up, thumbs down. I can insert either one that I like, or copy it if I want to put it somewhere else. I'm going to click over here. Please note that next to the Smart Writer, there is a history icon. This is going to keep track of everything the AI has generated for you. So you can see that it still kept my rephrasing. It still kept the image it's generated for me. and it still kept the auto revision that it did as well. So it's really, really difficult to lose any AI generated work in Squibler. The next thing we'll take a look at is describe. So for here, I can highlight the section that I would like to describe. And I'm going to highlight this section about the sun again. Uh, and then what's going to happen is that I have lots of options that I can toggle here. I can ask the AI to use the five senses if I want to see what this sentence looks like written from sight, smell, taste, sound, touch. And then we have the added function of metaphor. So I'm going to go with sight and sound and metaphor. What the AI will do in this case, it will rewrite this sentence with more sight-based words and more sound-based words as I've asked it to. And then it should come up with a metaphor as well. The sun hung low in the sky, the light struggling to penetrate the icy landscape. It was a weak, pale orb, its rays offering little solace to the frozen world below. It seemed almost like a distant memory, a faded metaphor for the warmth and vitality that had long since departed. So that's really lovely. I would probably use that in my book. The next function you can use is expand. So what you'll do is highlight the section that you would like to expand, and then you'll click expand. Here, the AI is going to take a look at these 2 or 3 sentences I have and build on them. So you'll see that it's created 2 longer paragraphs for me and 3 longer paragraphs. I can read both, a thumbs up, thumbs down. I can insert it or copy it if I'd like to add it somewhere else. So that's the expand function. The last function here is ask me anything. Usually when you're using a word processing program, you have to open another tab in your browser and do a Google search or a Bing search. Here, the AI will do it for you. You'll just put your prompt below, and then you have several ways that you can get your answer. You can get a list format if you want something in steps or list. You can ask it to retrieve it in a paragraph format if you want to include it in your book, or if you're just fact checking, you can get a one-sentence response. And then you can ask to get the information gathered in 3 different ways. You can ask the AI to brainstorm that prompt for you, which is really helpful if you have writer's block or you just want to generate some ideas. You can ask it to fact check, or you can ask it to explore opinions if you want to find out several ideas. Your answer will appear in blue on your page because the AI wants to know if you want to keep it or if you're going to delete it. So it'll be there on your page for you. The next thing that I would like to point out is that when you're ready to submit your work, you can go under File, and you can start a new project here, open one, make a copy. If you export, you'll see that several things come up. You can have a PDF export. You can have a text file, which is great for Pages on Mac. You can get a document for Google or for Word. You can get a Kindle-ready version. If you click print, this is not going to print to your printer at home. You'll have to download a copy first. You'll click print, and this box will come up. If you're on the annual subscription, you do get a free hard copy of your book. So what you'll do is finalize your book, and you'll submit a printing form to us. Our layout artists will lay out your book for you, and then we'll send you back the galley pages. You'll look it over, make sure everything looks the way that you'd like and is spelled correctly. You'll give final approval, and then you'll select a cover design. After you've done that, we will get the book to you in a couple of weeks. So it's really nice to get a hard copy of your work when you're finished. I'm going to show you the built-in project manager next, and that's on the top toolbar under list. When I click on list, it's going to bring up my whole book if I've clicked the entire book. So let me click the whole book. And what this is it's going to keep track of how much progress you're making. So you'll see that you can assign people certain chapters. You can click here. So let's say that you'd like someone to read your second chapter. You can send that to them. You can invite them through email. You can add due dates for each section. You can put the status. Is it in progress? Is it finished? Is it still in progress? You can add targeted words to your document and your files. And then you'll see that the project manager does keep track of how much progress you're making for each section. You can prioritize sections with a yellow flag for high priority, or you can put normal priority. And then you can also add label and rating. This is going to add 2 more functions. So with label, you can label your sections different colors. And when you do this, as you'll see, they show up here on the left as well. This is really useful because it's going to make it easier for you to move through your document and look through to see what progress you're making. You can also rate your section. This is really helpful for when you're in the editing stage. So let's say that I'm really happy with my first chapter. I could give it 5 stars, but I really don't like chapter 2. I might give it 1 star. So I can go back here and revise my work based on how many stars I've given. I'm going to go back into the editor, and I want to show you next how to add file goals and daily word count goals. So at the bottom of your document, there is a target icon. You'll click on this and a box will pop up. This is where you can put file goals, how many words you would like to put for each one of your files. You can also put daily word count goals. A lot of writers like to do daily word count goals. I'm going to say that I want to write 1,000 words in this chapter. The progress bar default color is blue. You can change that to any color you'd like. And then you'll click Show Allowance in Progress Bar. I'm going to click OK here. When I do that, you'll see that at the bottom of my document, it's keeping track of how many words I've already written for me. So this way I can track my progress as I'm working on each section. So those are the main features and functions of the Smart Writer and the project manager, the list function. I'm going to go back to our dashboard, and I do want to point out that there are some things here on the top right that can help you. There are ways to reach tutorials. There is a knowledge center. You can give feedback. You can access your account with the gear wheel, and you can join our Discord community. We have lots of other goodies there for you. You can get ongoing help. You can join our weekly writing hour. You can access our webinars and free worksheets. A lot of things to help those of you that are writing fiction, like character worksheets, world building exercises, all kind of things to help you. So thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoy writing your book, and let us know how everything's going and how your progress is. Thank you.